Brendan Allen versus RDR. Originally, it was supposed to be RDR versus Fluffy. We lost that, but now our boy Brendan Allen gets to step up. I am going to pick my boy Brendan Allen as an underdog to get it done against RDR. I think Brendan hits harder on the feet, has better striking than RDR does. You just have to watch out for RDR spamming the B button for that knee.
All day.
Spamming that knee.
Hey,
Brendan has really good jiu-jitsu as well, and he has good wrestling. They both were training at Killcliff at one point, so I'm sure they've crossed paths at some time.
Brendan Allen has the skills to really cause problems for De Ridder. He's very well-rounded. He's a tremendously talented grappler.
Yep.
Not being offensive to him. It's this side of things that seems to get Brendan Allen. He seems to, the mental side, he seems to struggle a little bit, and he kind of gets in his own way. I think if RDR gets a win, and I'll just throw it out there, no offense to Brendan, he's great. I think he does. I think he wins this fight. I think RDR beats Brendan Allen. If he gets the shot next, it'd be almost sod's law for Khamzat Chimaev, because out of everyone at 185, RDR is the guy that's got the most stylistic problems for Khamzat Chimaev.
I think Brendan Allen definitely has a shot not only winning this fight, but actually knocking him out. But Reiner De Ridder, he's a slick operator. He knows how to get to the clinch very well. And on the ground, I think he's going to be the better grappler and the better submission guy. Brendan Allen is no chump there, though, either. He knows how to survive. He's fought a variety of opponents, which is going to give him so much experience here. And I am a huge Reiner De Ridder fan. I do think that's the easy pick here. I'm not going to go with the easy pick, though. I'm going to go with Brendan Allen. I think he's poised for an upset win here in the main event. I think people are sleeping on Brendan Allen. I've seen improvements in Brendan Allen. And I know he's taking it on relative short notice, but it's coming off of a fight where he was in shape. Give me Brendan Allen.
I'm pumped up for that fight. Reiner De Ridder, dude, he is fucking fun to watch. He's so goddamn skilled on the ground. He's not super fast twitch. And I was more pumped up for the Fluffy match. Fluffy and him was going to be sick. Sean Strickland's been calling out Fluffy. That is a sick fight. I hope that happens. But right now, Reiner De Ridder's win streak, Gerald Mershart submitted him. Kevin Holland submitted him. Bo Nickel TKO'd him. And just beat Robert Whittaker, 5-round decision. This guy's a fucking monster. He's 21 wins of 2 losses. 6'4", 185 pounds, really good at jiu-jitsu. He's got 5 KOs and 13 subs. And then Brendan Allen's 29 years old, 6'2", 25-7. He's got 5 KOs and 14 subs, so he's a good jiu-jitsu black belt too.
Who you got winning that main event?
Probably Reiner De Ridder. 5 rounds. 5 rounds, Reiner De Ridder. How many times has Brendan Allen went 5 rounds? He's never went 5 rounds. So that's a big thing. 5 rounds is fucking crazy.
I think it really comes down to how RDR wins the fight. He should be able to I don't want to say like destroy him, but if you're getting ready for that title shot and you're taking a step down competition, which I don't look at Brendan Allen as too much of a step down. Now I know that he lost to Fluffy, okay, and I know that he's kind of always made his way back up and then drops back down, makes his way back up. He wins 2 or 3 and then he loses 1. Wins 2 or 3, and so he's always kind of gaining ground a little bit. He puts himself in these positions though. He is a gamer. He's somebody that will bring the action.
Brendan Allen consistently makes it close with shitty fighters that I think Reiner De Ridder could finish. I think Reiner De Ridder could hurt Marvin to the body and sub him. That's what I want to talk about here as well. Thank God I remembered that. Brendan Allen, yeah, he doesn't move. Whittaker moves sporadically on the outside between his little like lungy shots, and even then De Ridder's timing that knee to the body. Even against Bo Nickel's scarpering a lot on the outside. You know, De Ridder reverses position on him, gets on top of Bo Nickel, batters him up against the cage. Those knees to the body again are always going to be there in fights for Reiner De Ridder. Brendan Allen is so stationary when he fights. He just walks around, following his opponent around right in front of them. I can see Reiner De Ridder's knee coming in handy here. I can see him hurting Brendan Allen with a knee to the body in round 2 or 3, finishing him off on the ground with a rear naked or a submission, or maybe Brendan Allen shoots in while hurt to the body and De Ridder catches a dash choke. He's got a nasty dash choke, a nasty Bravo choke as well. So I'm going to go with Reiner De Ridder getting this one done.
And I spent a lot of time with Rob Whittaker in Perth when I was there calling the fights, and I got to talk to him a little bit about that fight, and I was just like, how difficult is it to deal with that guy? He's like, bro, it's so fucking hard to figure him out and his timing and the knees and just the way that he fights. It's, you don't know what you're getting at any point in that fight. And Brendan, I trained with for a long time at Rufus Sport when he was there.
Yeah.
As a young guy, I saw him basically go from a regional level MMA fighter to Contender Series to UFC, all while I was training with this young man. And when he's on, he is unbelievable, and he has got all the skills absolutely everywhere that you would need to be good in mixed martial arts. He's a great striker. He's got unbelievable grappling. He's got good wrestling. He's got a good gas tank too. Like, he's a gamer. He's got a great chin. He's been knocked out, but I mean, here and there, like Sean Strickland hurt him with a bad shot. Like, he's a adorable dude. But again, I do think it's the focus. It's, are you mentally on track in your outside life and everything else? If that's the case, and he took this fight, he wanted this fight, so I'm hoping that means that he's ready for this fight.
This is a tough fight, I think, for both guys. It's a tough fight for RDR for sure, because it's a difficult fight when you have a guy that can grapple. Brendan Allen, I do believe, has really good grappling. Brendan Allen has really good boxing. Brendan Allen has really good kickboxing. I just think where Brendan Allen kind of has fallen short is the fight IQ of knowing when to go to which discipline. I think that's kind of been a challenge for him. But Brendan Allen can strike with the best of them in that division. Brendan Allen can grapple with the best of that division. So I think this is going to be a tough one for RDR. But at the same time, I think it could be a really tough one for Brendan Allen as well, because a guy like RDR is a guy that will catch you, that can and will catch you in a submission if you're not on your P's and Q's all of the 25 minutes. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see this one.
Yeah. For me, the key on this fight is going to be who has the best wrestling, because the wrestling will dominate, like you said. The Ridder is better with the clinch, knees, maybe kicks. Brendan Allen is better with the boxing.
But I will say this, I listened to a very compelling interview by RDR, and he just laid out the timeline. He laid out why he agreed to Fluffy Fernandez, how he began training for Fluffy with that cardio that he's got to deal with specifically. He talked about when Fluffy came off the board and Paulo Costa was a possible option, and then ultimately they landed on Brendan Allen. But one thing RDR never mentioned, and he was pretty specific with his timeline, he never talked that he was promised or told it could be a #1 contenders match. And I personally am curious, if Imanov has already been told that he'll be next for Chimaev, we've got nothing to talk about here. But if that phone call hasn't happened, that means RDR is still alive. He's still alive and well in this little game, and it looks like Fluffy's coming off the board. He got a pretty strong call out by Sean Strickland. I predict for you that fight happens. So it is still down to Imanov and RDR, should RDR have success over Allen. I think that's an extra motivator, and I think that is what RDR is looking at. And by the way, to your second question, yeah, you deserve things like that. When you go out there and you make that walk at times that other people won't, it's a win. This is nothing against Fluffy, but Fluffy and RDR had an agreement. One of them stuck to the agreement and one of them didn't. So in the world of just arguing positioning, it's a boost to RDR, in my opinion.
If he does win, I think he has to win, though. He has to get some sort of finish. I think unless it's like a total knockdown slobber knocker like him and Whittaker was, I think he ends up probably jumping Imavov and getting the shot at the title.